Richard Morris, 52, the UK's former ambassador to Nepal, was last seen running in Islington Road in Alton, near his home in Bentley, Hampshire, UK, on the morning of May 6, 2020, at around 10:50 a.m. He was always a runner, cheerfully describing himself as, quote, more of an enthusiastic weekend trail runner than a podium finisher, end quote. Nevertheless, he had completed 5 marathons on 4 continents, most recently in Nepal. That was the last day he was seen alive. Alice Holt Forest is a royal forest in Hampshire situated some 4 miles, 6.4 kilometers, south of Farnham, Surrey. Once predominantly an ancient oak forest, it was particularly noted in the 18th and 19th centuries for the timber it supplied for the building of ships for the Royal Navy. It is now planted mainly with conifers. The Forestry Commission took over the management of the forest in 1924, and a research station was set up in 1946 in Alice Holt Lodge, a former manor house. The forest is now part of the South Downs National Park, which was established on the 31st of March of 2010, and it forms the most northerly gateway to the park. An initial 1-month search failed to turn up any clues. Specialist officers searched for more than 6 square miles of the forest in their effort to find Richard. With the assistance of the British Transport Police and the Hampshire Search and Rescue Service, the official operation was called off on June 3rd. Then, several months after Richard vanished, his body was found by a member of the public at Alice Holt Forest, around 2.5 miles from his home on August 31st, 2020. Previous searches of the area had failed to turn up any clues. What happened to Richard on that run? A post-mortem examination failed to discover what happened to Richard. Christopher Wilkinson, the senior coroner for Hampshire, told the inquest on September 23, 2020, that a medical cause of death was, quote, uncertain, end quote. The inquest was adjourned until June 2021 for further evidence to be gathered, and this date has been further delayed due to COVID-19. Police said they were not treating the death as suspicious. At the time of his disappearance, Morris was classed as, quote, high risk by Hampshire Police, which had a team of around 50 specially trained search and rescue officers with tracker dogs and drones searching for him. Richard Morris had a career at the Foreign Office, which began in 1990, and saw him posted to Barbados, Canada, New York, Sydney, and Mexico City. Most recently, he had a 5-year posting as ambassador to Nepal from 2015. In 2016, he hosted Prince Harry during his official tour of the Himalayan nation. He had been due to take up a role as Britain's High Commissioner to Fiji from July. Richard was also a prominent supporter for the charity Changing Faces, which challenges and breaks down the stigma for people with visible physical differences. He had a visible facial birthmark. So what happened to Richard Morris? Was it suicide? There was no evidence of this. Was he attacked by someone connected to his diplomatic career? The police believe no foul play was ever involved. The autopsy has failed to answer the question of how he died, and investigations continue. It seems strange that Richard was not found after the initial search. According to the Forestry Commission, Alice Holt Forest Park today covers 851 hectares, 2,100 acres of mainly Corsican pine, and approximately 140 hectares, 350 acres of oak. The area is not huge and is well used by walkers, runners, horse riders, and cyclists. His remains must have been well hidden in an area of the forest that was off the trail. If he succumbed to a heart attack or other medical emergency, it would seem likely he would have been found quickly near one of the marked paths. The case is still active, but it seems his disappearance is just as mysterious as when he was eventually found. So many questions remain unanswered.